morning, welcome to In the Kitchen with Pen, and this morning I'm making something to go with our dessert. Our dessert is a traditional British dessert, but I'm going to be showing you that later. Part of it is cooling over here on the hob, but let's get on with these, and these are stem ginger biscuits. So in my bowl here I have 100 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. I've got about 3, probably just over, teaspoons of ground ginger. Now, don't use as much if you don't like ginger. If you're not, ginger fiends like we are, then 2 teaspoons is enough. I sieved that all into this bowl, and then I stirred through 40 grams of caster sugar. So we've got our ginger, our bicarbonate of soda, our caster sugar, and our self-raising flour. Now we also, this is an optional extra, but trust me, it really works. On my board here I've got 2 balls of stem ginger that I have roughly chopped. Don't like it, don't use it. It's not a deal breaker. I promise I'll still talk to you. Sorry about that. In my pan over here that I'm going to put on in a minute, I have 50 grams of butter and 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Okay, so I'm just going to put these on to melt. Right, now, little tip with your golden syrup, getting it off a spoon can be a pain in the bum. What I do is I get my spoon and I put a little oil, vegetable oil on it, just a little bit of vegetable oil, and then I coat this spoon top and bottom, and the syrup just falls off. It's perfect. I will also need a little more of the syrup from the stem ginger, but as I say, if you don't like stem ginger, don't use it. So we're just going to let that melt, and then we'll bring you over and show you what we do next. Well, that didn't take long, and it's all melted. So now all I'm going to do, look, you can see it's all melted together, is pour this into there and mix it really well. So wet into the dry. And stir. This is our binder, so obviously we want it to be mixed together really well. Okay, get all of the flour and the ginger so that it's all mixed in. And now we're going to go in with our stem ginger, and again we're going to mix that through. It's actually quite a lot there. I may not use that bit. I can put it back in the jar. That's fine. Mix that through because we want some of the stem ginger in every biscuit. And then, remember I said just a little bit of the syrup from the stem ginger? Do you know what? Blow it, I'm going to use it. It's all gone in. No waste, not want not, although it would have gone back in the jar. Right, let's get this all through. Use the back of your spoon just to make sure it's all mixed. And then you want to get a couple of baking trays. Now you can line your baking trays with parchment paper, non-stick greaseproof paper, or you can use a Silpat mat. Whatever you've got, use, but do line. And then you want to take your mixture and you just want to roll it into balls and pop it onto your trays like I am. Just like that. So I'm going to hopefully, maybe not 16, I'm going to get this done and bring you back. You need to preheat your oven to 190, but I'm only preheating mine to 180, and then you just push down just slightly onto your biscuits, your little balls, like that. You're just flattening them just a little. And then once your oven is heated, which you will do before you start, you pop them in for about 12 minutes. And again, because this is a Ninja and it won't take as long, I'm just cooking mine for 9 minutes. One lot is going on the top shelf, one level 3, and one lot is going on level 1. I'll let you see me put them in, then I'll get cleared up and be back when these are cooked. And I've got 14, so if I'd have made a couple of them smaller I would have easily have got the 16, but just make sure they've got space to expand. Here we go. Right, so I'll pop this one on the top shelf and this on the bottom, and we'll be back when they are cooked. Our biscuits, the biscuits are almost cooked, can you believe it? So I've got the board here because what we need to do is once they're cooked, we need to leave them, there we go, we'll take them out, but we need to leave them to cool on the tray for about 10 minutes. Now, look at those. You can see why I said they'd spread. So we're just going to leave them for 10 minutes and then we'll move on to wire racks to finish cooling. Well, time is up. They had their 10 minutes cool on the tray, and then they've had, I should say, about another 10 minutes on the cooling rack. So let's take a look. Yeah. Right, actually, there you go. Look okay, don't they? And that's, you know, let's just show you a selection. You can see that's a different one. And there we go. Right, so I don't know about you. I know they're for dessert, but I want to know what they taste like. And this one I did actually break when I took it out of the oven. I put my thumb straight into it. What a wally. Right, so we're not going to get a snap because they're chewy. Look, because you've got that lovely stem ginger. Now you know I'm going for a cup of tea. So, the ginger in them is perfect because it doesn't punch you in the face straight away, but it leaves that lovely warmth in your mouth. So, shh, I'm gonna dunk. Absolutely fabulous. Do please try these. Do let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time in the kitchen with Pen. Bye bye. If you'd like to see more of what we get up to in the kitchen, click here.
And if you'd like to subscribe, please click here. And obviously don't forget to tick that ding-a-ling.
Stand there.
That ding-a-ling.